First things first, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm all right.
You just performed, if I'm correct, so
Yeah.
how did it go?
It went well. I was surprised to see so many people. It was really nice. It was like in a very hot tent. But it was, yeah, nice vibe.
Do you prepare for these kind of festivals?
I mean, we prepare, not in detail, but I'm on tour, so I play at least once a week.
Right.
Oftentimes, 3 times a week. So I'm pretty prepared because I'm doing it all the time, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but no, I just put on my clothes and try to drink some water, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I spoke to you quite recently, so we don't have to go back all the way. But there was one thing, because if I'm correct, you thought about studying law.
Yeah, once upon a time. Mm-hmm.
Is that intellectual side of you, is that still there?
I think I have like intellectual kind of anxiety.
Okay.
You know, I feel like a lot of musicians have that. We want to be like great minds, but you know, not all of us kind of succeed in that. But I mean, sometimes I kind of feel like I want to go sit and watch a lecture, you know?
Okay.
I just want to kind of, do a test or something. I would love to go to school some more. I don't know because if this goes well, and hopefully it does, I won't have time for that. Maybe later, but I will one day. I think so, yeah.
Okay. So well, obviously it is going well. It's going at least in the right direction. So,
yeah.
What does that do to you when first you had this vision of what was attainable in life, and now it's kind of changed?
It kind of, you know, it for every goal that you achieve, of course you get another goal, and you just move everything forward all the time. So it's hard to really kind of, I don't know, feel like you've accomplished anything ever, either, because you're so many, I don't know, steps ahead of yourself all the time. What happens? I think what becomes even more clear than ever before is that physical or like measurable goals aren't really the thing in life. You know, they don't. Keeps me going. I have a passion for music. I love music, but they don't make you happy in the way that you would think, I think. Even though I'm well aware that it's a big part of the puzzle, definitely, of course.
How would you define then success in music for yourself?
Success in music is to never stop being creative, to not do the same thing. I feel like my job is to renew myself and to kind of push boundaries. And success is really to become better, like because I just want to become like a better singer, a better songwriter, and you know, there's no end to that goal. I feel like more so than any amount of people hearing it or anything. So success in music is to never not repeat myself too much.
Is that a difficult thing to do?
Yeah, because you kind of think sometimes that you found the formula and you're like, I'll just do this, and it works, and you get lazy, and you know, you get stuck there. But I think it's like, it's if you're doing something that's working, to then go, well, no, I want to do something else. It's pretty scary because you don't know how that's going to be received, especially if, you know, everything is going pretty well. So yeah, it's a bit scary, but that's the fun thing.
Last time we spoke, you told me your record was already completed, your debut record. Was there something that scared you, or something that you tried that you were apprehensive about a bit?
About creating it?
Yeah, about a song maybe, or a certain sound?
I think all of it, really, to be honest with you. There's very seldom a time where I go, yeah, this is it, this is the right thing. I mean, there are a couple of songs like that, maybe half of it, but the rest is pretty analytical as well, you know. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that there are some songs that just come to you naturally, and they just feel perfect. And then the other half is the hard work, and in the hard work, it's just hard to kind of feel that peace, you know. But you kind of have to trust yourself and go like, I know I'm not totally off track here. But it's hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and it's also changed. It's gonna change, you know. It's gonna be different next time, I know. So it's like.
But do you know that?
Never really learned.
Do you know when you are on the right track for yourself?
Yeah. Or more so, you really do feel very strongly when you're not on the right track. You know, you're like, this is wrong. No, it's pretty clear. They're having a good time.
So, can you give me an example of a song that?
That was easy.
Well, no, the one that you didn't expect to be on there.
I mean, the selection now is pretty clear. It's like they're all pretty. They have their, very clear kind of role and their clear kind of place in the order, and But I didn't expect to be on there. There's a song called Easy that has gone from like a little weird demo when I'm just like laying in the sofa to a big soul ballad to now it sounds a little bit like They Don't Really Care About Us with Michael Jackson. Like it's had so many different worlds to live in that I'm surprised that it didn't die in that process, So it definitely then maybe if there's one song, Easy would be it.
And what was the starting point for the song? Was it a lyric or?
Starting point was I was hungover as fuck in Gothenburg in Stockholm and had a crush on somebody that I didn't tell that I liked, of course. It's like the story of my life. And I remember a friend of mine's mother's apartment, something alone, and she had a computer with some Logic on because I didn't have a computer back then. It was probably like 4 years ago. And so I was just laying in the sofa and I found a piano thing on YouTube, I think, by Gonzalez Allende or something was his name. And I just kind of freestyled over it. That's how it started.
So this idea you already had for all the time then? For 4 years now?
Yeah, okay. But I mean, like I said, I don't know if I think I want to say unfortunately, it's very, very different from what it started out as. That's probably one of the things I'm going to learn for the next album is, because I'm in the studio with very brilliant people, but the curse is that they know how to do everything. So we can change stuff into everything, but to find the core or keep the core is really the tough job.
Yeah, is it difficult then not to lose yourself in that?
I mean, I'm not as skilled as they are, so for me it's not so hard because I'm still pretty limited in what I know how to do. But these guys are geniuses and know how to play all kinds of different music and stuff. So for them, easy, me, not so easy. But I know I have a lot more to learn. Like I need to be better. But I'm a bit thankful for it too, because I'm like, I'll just stay here and do what feels right,
And well, you said this song "Easy." This idea was already born 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So, what was the scope for the album? Is it your entire life in a sense?
Yeah, that's why it's been so abstract. It's definitely been, everything I've learned this far, everything I've done, all the things I've wished somebody would maybe remind me of or tell me, or, I've written songs about being in love, about my dad dying, about friends being fucked up, everything. So it's weird and it's wonderful in that way because I feel like this is going to be the only album probably that I ever make that's, in that form. The rest I think I'm going to try to keep more conceptual because I hope that it's going to make it easier,
But well, have you, because some of these songs you've already released on EPs so have you had some of those reactions where you say you wish people had told you that? Have you had reactions where people thank you in a way or?
Yeah, I mean a lot of people tell me that the songs comfort them or they listen to it when they need strength, and that makes me very happy because that's really the goal. I mean, I thought about it and I think I kind of feel like what is important for me to express is that because sometimes you go through life and you feel like you're the only person that has a problem, and that's never the case, And I feel like in just knowing that we're not alone in something, I think maybe that helps you to get through it. So I just want people to not feel like weirdos. So yeah, people tell me that they appreciate music, and that's what I live off of, really.
And then you also have a new single, Pretend.
Yeah.
What was, where did that originate? Is it a similar story of what
Pretend was a little bit more clear, actually. We were, me and the producer were on this island in Sweden. And I don't know why I started writing about what I'm writing about, which is just about, I think the line, someone just told me that there's no tomorrow, and if that is true, I don't know what to do or something like that. And I was like, okay, let's see what happens, because what would I do if I knew that tomorrow's not happening, what would I say to people today? I mean, it's crazy to me. Like, I would say some stuff, everyone would, some good and some bad, and just see what you need to say before you leave, So, no, that one was pretty kind of quick, because that's a theme that I think about a lot.
Do you, well, you say you think about it a lot. Do you take away something then from the song afterwards where, do you take something with you then you say?
No, if I learned something? Or?
Well, in the way where you say you might have said things to certain people if it was your last day.
Oh, if it makes me want to do that.
Well, if you think, well, yeah, if that affects you afterwards.
I'm too scared. Sometimes they give me strength and courage to do stuff, but it's still me telling myself. That works with other people's music, But I can't listen to my own songs and go like, I'm going to do this. It doesn't work that way, really. I wish it would. I listen to Beyonce or something like that.
But I was going to ask, what is an artist or a song that you get that from?
Probably like anyone with a message, like a Jill Scott or a Beyonce. Erykah Badu, I think, is pretty cool. Because she always has like a funny way of putting things. It makes you feel lighthearted and still, encourages you to do something that's pretty hard. So Erykah's fun. She makes you feel like you're tough and cool, and I like that. Yeah.
Finally, then, last time I asked you if you had an album title, yes?
Yeah.
You didn't, so do you have one now?
It's called Pretend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I could tell you that. Probably not, but now you know. It's coming out soon enough anyway.
So why did you pick this song to have the title?
I feel like, as with my EPs, I have a hard time really putting titles on things and kind of, because people want a title to explain what the whole album is about. Right. And I feel like Pretend, not the song but the word, is really what we do. It's my favorite thing to do and my worst thing to do. Like when I'm on stage, I fake it until I make it. That's a part of my life, it's a good thing. Then we pretend like we don't love, or we pretend like we don't care, we pretend like, and that's the worst thing about life. So I think maybe that's what we need to stop doing, or need to master how to pretend. So that was why. I liked it because it's vague enough and it explains enough too. It's like somewhere in the between.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Wonderful questions.
Thank you.